I'm Ethan Merculia from Mt Edgecumbe. I'm doing something a little different tonight. I am doing a monologue from my favorite play, Man to Man, but also, for my DDF people, this is also known as a solo. Now. All right? Okay, now, this monologue is set from 1930s to the present day. We follow our main character, Ella Girdrick. She is an average working class woman in Germany during a bad time in Germany's history, the Third Reich. And so, unfortunately, she has bad luck with men, especially with her husband, Max, as he dies of cancer. This describes the process of her assuming his identity because she needs money, like for a job, you know? Hold again. My first man was a soldier from Saxony. He was a drunk, chronic drunk, but at the very least he was brilliant about it. He would go over bodies, over rubble, going from bar to bar, wherever they may be. I guess you could say he used me as a pit stop. Okay, my second man was, he was my real romance. We were madly in love, truly. At least I believe that. And our love burned so bright that God didn't accept it, you know? Because on our wedding day, he drowned, unfortunately. He died. Well, my third man, at least I didn't meet him. I was introduced to him by my father. I remember the day specifically. He said, "Today, Ella, you lose everything that makes you unique and innocent." I was 19. We had our honeymoon in the country, in a restaurant, a nice little inn. He had beer, I had a cocktail. And after we were nice and buzzed, he took me into his room and... Are there children in the audience? Yes. Okay, I'll just skip that part. And we had a beautiful night. And he had various words to describe it, most of them vulgar. The only thing I remember specifically was, "You look at me like you're Snow White." Okay, there's a lot of stuff I left out there, but at the very least, it was funny to me. I'm sorry. Sometimes we had arguments, different squabbles. I probably could have been better. But it actually turns out that the pain in his butt wasn't me, it was the tumor. The first things to go were his bones, his joints, and then his stomach, and then his mind. I don't know when I came up with the idea, but I knew at some point I just started asking questions about the people he talked to at work and his job. He worked as a crane operator at Nagel & Sons, and I learned how to do his job. I knew who his mates were. This guy named Erwin, the best dressed man in Mecklenburg, always had the seam on his pants pressed like a razor. And I got him to describe to me in exact detail how to operate a crane. And when I had to take his job, I did a bloody good job. Only for one slip up. They docked me half a day's pay, and now I have to give my husband a half-priced funeral. But of course, it doesn't say his name on the headstone. It says Ella Girdrick, loving wife, and I had to play up being Max, being, oh, that woman, why did she have to leave? I guess the better question is, why wasn't being a woman enough? Thank you.